Steven. I wanted to talk to you about an article that I came across on CNET by Jackson Ryan. It was written on February the 6th this year, and it talks about the CRISPR machines that can wipe out an entire species. Wow, this is something. And basically, the article is pretty extensive. It goes on about, the CRISPR gene drives, which is a new, inconceivable, powerful technique that forces genes to spread through a population. Gene drive allows to scientists to hone the blunt edges of natural selection for their own purposes, and basically is used, or is supposedly to be used, in preventing the spread of disease and eradicating invasive pests. Hope they can do it with the roaches and rats. Basically, the article says, yet as with any science performed at the frontier of our knowledge, we are still coming to terms with how powerful CRISPR gene drives might be. Playing the game of genomes means we may, in the future, and I don't mean we, I mean the scientists in the future, not just scientists, the military, DARPA, they can choose which species live and which die, which was a near unbelievable capability that scientists and ethicists agree presents us with a unique moral and social ethical challenges. But the article talks about how humans have been interfering with genetics for a millennia. We have been able to domesticate dogs. Mankind has been able to breed gigantic chickens. But during the 20th century, we learned genes were made of DNA, and scientists have created tools that allow scientists to tinker with them. So by the 1970s, that had opened a can of worms and a new field of research. I don't know, anything that DARPA and the military is involved with makes me a little bit nervous, because first they say they're going to use this to deal with pests, and then next thing you know, they'll probably use it on humans. So over the next 40 years, genetic engineering became a commonplace for scientists. It hasn't been easy successfully inserting or deleting genes. It required time, high-level expertise, and a lot of money. But by 2012, with the discovery of CRISPR, which is a genetic engineering technology, it made it become cheaper, faster, and more efficient. Now, scientists possess a robust molecular tool that can reliably alter genes in almost any organism. It was deemed a revolutionary new technology in 2013, and it has been enabling genetic modifications of crops, cancer treatments, antibiotics, and new ways to create animal models of disease. And CRISPR is being turned against some of the biggest ecological problems in the world by combining it with a gene drive. And a gene drive is a powerful genetic engineering tool used to spread genes throughout an entire population. And within just 5 years, CRISPR gene drive technology has gone from pioneering idea to an independent reality. So that means that they did it. They've done it already. In London, a team of researchers is trying to perfect a drive that could wipe out entire populations of the malaria-carrying Anopheles mosquito. So they're getting rid of mosquitoes that carry the malaria virus and combating a disease that, according to the World Health Organization, kills almost 500,000 people every year. Meanwhile, in Australia, a scourge of poisonous cane toads hop their way across the continent, endangering native species, and researchers hope to render their toxins inert and control their spread, giving the natural flora and fauna a chance to bounce back. So far, these scientists are using this to, I guess, help the earth or ecological system and to cure diseases. So a world without malaria, a planet without invasive species, with gene drives. Scientists are looking to basically control evolution, tame it, or whatever you want to call it. My concern is human nature, especially for those that want to control. You take this type of technology, the next thing you know, they use it on humans, and then they want to wipe out, half of the population and certain races in the population. I don't know, it sounds like some Nazi experiment to me. But, seriously, it sounds like a Nazi experiment. Because first they tell you about how good it is for humanity to have this technology, and the next thing you know, they turn against humanity. That's just how human nature is, I think, in my opinion. Especially those in power. And let's be honest, a lot of these scientists are mad. They're crazy. I mean, if that's the case, by now they should have cured a lot of diseases. Now, let's see. With the article, I just don't want to make it long-winded. I just basically wanted to give you like an overview of what it is. Now, there's another article that basically talks about how DARPA, the military and DARPA are involved in this. Woo! Let me see if I can find it. Science News for Students is called. So it's a gene editing wiped out a population of mosquitoes in lab tests. Yeah. Let's see. But basically it's going into it a little bit more than that other article. So this gene editing blah 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 is gonna push a species of malaria-carrying mosquitoes into extinction. Yeah, and those results come from a small-scale laboratory study. The researchers used a genetic engineering tool to make changes to species called Anopheles gambii, which is a mosquito, basically, that carries the malaria virus. And this is being funded by the US military and DARPA, and basically they're going to use it to control populations of species and insects and animals. Now my concern is that if the military is involved, they might turn it against humans. situation with this CRISPR and this new gene editing technology, gene drive that can basically wipe out humanity if scientists choose to use it in that way. Anyway, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to let you know when any new videos come up. Thanks for your time and have a good evening.